don't know. That wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing basketball game ever. I thought, Youngstown was without their best player, leading scorer, and then their second best player probably got in foul trouble, so that helped because they're doing a good job with that group, and it's a good team. It's going to push for the league championship. But I thought our first 24 minutes of defense was about as good as we've played, which was good because we didn't play great offense. I thought our bigs were phenomenal. Just gotta get a little more. Gotta get a little more from the perimeter. We only shot. They did a good job. They limited us only 5 attempts from 3, and obviously didn't make any and shot 46%. So whatever my coaching philosophy about analytics is, we were not on that pattern tonight. I don't know that. I know it's been 11 years since Milwaukee's not made a 3, but that might be the first time in my career that one of my teams has not made a 3. So, but we still scored 79 points and left, 15 free throws on the table. So I can't complain too much. Sometimes you got to go with what's going well. We only turned it over 8 times, out-rebounded them by 15, and scored a boatload of points in the paint. So that may be who we are, but at some point we're going to have to make some threes. But again, as a coach, sometimes you just take the win, you tuck it away, you go to sleep, and you wake up tomorrow and shoot some threes and free throws in practice.
Bart, if my math is right, and I think it is,
I don't know.
You had I was a journalism major. 66 points from field goals, and 62 were in the paint.
Yeah.
What do you against that defense too? I mean, they've got the 7-3 kid, and their 2-point defense is really good, and their block rate, all that stuff is really good.
Yeah.
What do you make? You talk about the threes, but what do you make of the fact that you kind of were able to match their physicality and pose what you wanted inside?
I thought we were much more physical. We did a good job. We talked a lot about when Dines was in, always having a body on him, not letting him roam free. Thought Faison goes 9 for 10, but a lot of that he and Duffy really kept a body on him. He blocked 2 or 3, but I didn't think there have been times in the past last year where he affected the entire game, and they didn't allow him to do that. And then, part of the reason we didn't make threes is they were so pushed up on us on a perimeter. Made it hard to run anything, and we played right in the middle of the floor, so it was all downhill. And then we were good on the offensive glass. So, kind of what they dictated and then how we reacted to it. But, if you can get that many in the paint, it's pretty good. Thought Faison was just phenomenal. Just that's the first team all-league Faison that we thought we would have all year that, seems like he's rounding back out.
Hi, Coach. Can you talk about DJ's impact off the bench?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Can you talk about DJ's impact off the bench, 10.7 rebounds?
Yeah. It was Serbian night, by the way. So it was really good to see it because we see that every day in practice. Like that little fadeaway, you can see our bench start to get up when he starts to shoot it because they just know it's money. And, he's really skilled. He's strong with the ball. So it was good to see him have success. And in that first half when we were struggling to score, he was our go-to. Jamichael got the second foul. He really carried us there for a little bit. He and Themis had a really good first half. But D'Lo was pretty awesome. So he can do that. He can do that all the time.
Yeah, Jamichael still had another double-double, but maybe not his best offensive output, but he still drew 10 fouls. Talk about his impact down low.
Yeah, I mean, and drawing 10 fouls, that's just almost impossible, and he's doing it in every single different way. He's getting offensive rebounds, he's driving it from the perimeter, he's getting it on the post. We ask a ton of him. And then, it was good to see tonight he got those fouls and he kept his head in the game on the bench. Came back in with the same intensity. It's hard when when you get a second early in the first half, and then you get a third early in the second half, to not lose your physicality and your aggressiveness. And he did a great job fighting through that.
Coach Lundy, were there some plays or key moments during the game that stood out to you that pretty much determined the outcome of the game?
Yeah, I thought the way we ended the first half really set us up to come out in those first few minutes of the second half. We were confident. Faye had that big block at the end of the half, and we really rode a wave of confidence in. We came out in that first 4 minutes and were really good. It's just when we got up 15-16 there that we lost our focus. But then we had a stretch of plays. I can't remember who scored the 6 in a row. Who scored the 6 in a row when they cut it to 6? Jermichael maybe. Yeah. And I thought that little stretch where they kind of came back and it looked like it was going to be a game. They made the 4-point play. We made a series of stops and baskets right there. That kind of put it away for us.
Faison, you guys had a tough time last year against Youngstown. They beat you in both games. And Gabe Dines especially, he blocked 11 shots against you guys. I mean, you come back this year, put up 21 points against him. How are you able to have so much success?
I just feel like the coaching staff and our team really prepared right, and we took it serious. We knew from playing them last year what type of game it was going to be and what Dines and the rest of the team brought to the table. So I feel like the way we prepared was we were locked in on that.
Faison, can you compare this year team as opposed to last year team? What's the difference?
I feel like more like the whole team, including the coaching staff, we're all on the same page. We all have the same goals. We all want to win. We all want to see each other be great, We all want to see each other just be the best version of themselves.
Faison, this has been kind of a strange year for you with the injury, and how have you felt getting back into a rhythm these last 3 games? Like, where do you feel like your game is at compared to, I don't know, like where it would be in a normal season?
I just feel like with me coming back, it's not like none of my teammates, none of the coaches ever lost confidence in me. Like, they knew what I was going to be able to bring to the table. So just being able to jump back in it, catching my win, getting my win back was probably the hardest thing. But, I always believed in myself, and they believed in me more than I believed in myself. So it just wasn't hard being able to jump back in it.